So what happened on the internet? We got Deepseek, this new AI that dropped its nonsense open source for everyone to have, that's like at the same level as some of these other AIs that people are paying $200 to use per day. But that's not I'm just happy to see that AI is not going to have the money that people thought it was going to have. I love sitting there thinking, looking evil to myself, thinking, these AI bros were so wrong. They're thinking it's going to, oh my God, it's going to make all this money. It's going to do all this stuff. No, it's not. Not now. Not now that everyone can do it for free. You think it's going to be the moneymaker? It's not going to be a moneymaker. I can tell you that right now. Nvidia's stock just dropped for no reason. Well, it did have a reason. Deepseek. You know what my favorite part about this is? OpenAI was like, no, you can't do that. You can't train off of that stuff that's ours. It's ours. You can't do that. It feels to me that OpenAI is really having the day that it deserves. It lost its job after everyone was like, oh my God, we're all going to lose our jobs. Well, you know what? OpenAI lost their job. How about that? How about that? And they're crying because OpenAI is upset that DeepSeek possibly trained their own models on OpenAI. Isn't that what you guys did? You guys went around and was like, oh, well, we're just going to take everything that's available on the internet and we're not going to pay anybody for it because, it's on the internet. Is that right? Well, you know what? Your model's on the internet. So how about that? How about OpenAI transcribing over 1 million hours worth of YouTube videos to train ChatGPT 4? How about that? How about saying we can't train our AI models unless we just take everything from the internet? How about that? Well, you know what? I'm glad it got stolen from, because you know what? Now they know how it feels, and I hope, you know what? I hope they go bankrupt. I hope they lose more money, because I hate people who have all this money and they're just coveting it for themselves, and they're using it as a way to create more classism, because that's what this is, or that's what this was. But now that there's a competitor and it just happens to be Chinese, it's just it's such a communist thing that China did, but they did it for whatever. They did it as a side hobby. Can you just imagine your side hobby just fucking over billions and billions of dollars that was literally fucking over millions and millions of people? It's just totally funny to me. And the fact that Nvidia's cards dropped 12%, either yesterday or today or whatever, let me tell you, I'm going to buy a new graphics card at some point, and I don't want it to be $1,000. Okay, that's just ridiculous. We all want to play video games, damn it. And I was right about AI showing diminishing returns. There was some doubt, and I had somebody who made this little shitty comment right here about how because DeepSeek dropped a thing that it's don't worry about the environmental friendly listen, just because a new AI model came out that used less resources, that does not mean that it is environmentally friendly. I would love to smack you motherfuckers in the face who think that just because something uses less of something, that it is more environmentally friendly. You still need expensive cards, even though they're consumer market cards. You still need those. You still need all that manpower. You still need things to make these things work. Nothing in the world except animals living, nothing comes without an environmental cost. Everything has an environmental cost. It just might be slightly less. You cannot say that it is not hurting the environment, because everything that is not natural, environmental cost. Let me get that right out of the gate. That is very important. I am not going to budge on this. And if that person ends up coming back here and reading that, it doesn't matter if it's not naturally occurring. It is an environmental cost. The last thing I knew, silicone is super expensive and finite. It's not forever, okay? All of these materials that goes into these cards that are being wasted, they're not forever, okay? Nothing is forever. Even the soil is not forever. Water might be forever, but soil is a finite resource. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I'm just going to point that out too. That is also finite, because it takes thousands and thousands and thousands of millions of years to create soil. Just so you know. And I also wanted to mention that, like, Steve Hadel, who works at OpenAI, he tweeted this on Sunday. Americans sure love giving their data away to CCP in exchange for free stuff. Listen here, sir. Listen here. Okay? You guys have been stealing stuff since the beginning. I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't even want to hear none of that shit. Okay? ChatGPT, Claude, Minstrel, all those other ones stealing data out of the yin yang. What's the difference between China stealing it and you stealing it? Literally fucking nothing. All y'all are thieves. But since the beginning, I said that if y'all are going to steal everything on the internet that belongs to everybody, no one should be getting any money for it. It should all be free all the time. 100%. It shouldn't be something that you have to pay for. AI should never have been something that was a venture capitalist bullshit. It never. And I'm glad that something like this happened, because I am tired of seeing people make money off of other people. Because stepping on artists and creatives and then saying they're going to replace their jobs. You know what? If it's going to happen, if all that's going to happen, I don't want it to be where somebody is getting money in their pocket. 100%. I don't want companies that are AI companies being the people that get money from that. Absolutely fucking not. Okay. So I don't know what you guys think of the Deepseek stuff. Maybe I'm dancing on the grave a little bit, but you know, I'm a little bit happy to see that there's something that just kind of started the process of the AI bubble bursting, because I think the best case scenario, I mean, like, okay, I'm going to put on the stupid tinfoil hat for you guys. Okay. I think my problem is that the only way that I can see AI being worth anything is if it's free for everybody and no one can profit off of it. And that means the generation stuff that comes from it can also not be profited for. It's either free and cannot be copyrighted, anything, nothing, or you have to pay people for the information you stole. That's it. There's two paths. There's not the path of, well, let's give people notifications through their fucking email and fuck all of that. Fuck that shit. We ain't doing none of that. Okay? It's bullshit. So, in closing, listen, AI bros, screw you. And for those people who generate art all day long, or those people who generate images all day long, screw you too. And the people who wanted to dance on every artist's hands, screw you too. Okay? I hope everything that you hoped that AI was going to be is ruined now, and it's going to be a free resource that can never make any money, because that's why like 90% of you guys were in it. You wanted the clout, you wanted the money, you wanted the get lost. All right. Well, if you guys want to see something else that's kind of silly, there is a video I did about like these guys that tried to have an island for their AI generation stuff. They wanted to have their own island, like be a sovereign citizen. It's kind of silly. So I'll see you in the next one.